This is the Ouse. I'm at Bedford, but this is not this is not my destination. This is my hopping off point. I got here on the train, and roadworks. And yeah, I'm going to be going over the bridge and about an hour's walk, probably 4 miles up that way, for something that I've wanted to see since I was about 8 or 10 years old. The thing that struck me walking along here is how much it looks like the old England that you'd see in 60s and 70s and 80s films. The way the front gardens are laid out, admittedly uncared for now, but like lawns with circular flower beds in the middle and so on. It really does look old school, which I quite like. Obviously the shops are totally different or shut, the pubs are totally different or shut, but that's quite nice, but very dog-eared, like the soul's gone. And then you see the humongous warehouses. Oh, my favourite. What a beautiful, well cared for sign. So yeah, I'm hanging a right at that eyesore warehouse. We're going to cross over the whatever it is, or the A421 or something, which goes to Luton and Milton Keynes. And over there is Shortstown, which sounds like somewhere in South Africa or something, doesn't it? And I've made bloody good time getting there. Should have taken about an hour to walk it, but it didn't. It's took me just over half an hour. I can see him. Just literally this minute left Bedford. On the walk that should have taken an hour, that's took 35 minutes. And I've seen the top of one of them already. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Wow, I've always wanted to come here. So excited. Now this is a bit of an ironic thing. The green thing at the back there that you can probably just about make out is one of the hangars. And I like them, but I don't like warehouses. And yet these are kind of the same thing. But these are 100 years old. They look spick and span and brand new because they've been redone, renovated properly for reuse, and because of their historic nature. We're going to get a better look at them in a minute. Now these are as important to me, visiting these are as important to me as visiting a castle or anything like that, because it's a bit of our history. These are, like I said, they're 100 years old, at least 100 years old, probably just over, quite honestly. So way back in the late 20s and early 30s, probably early to mid to late 30s, these were essentially the homes of the British equivalent to Zeppelins. This is where they were built, the R100 and the R101. And these sheds are still here. So exciting. So exciting. Over to my right is where the mooring masts would have been. The first spindly narrow one and the second one with the lift. I will do a montage of photos from the time, back in the day when they were in their element and their original intended use. I have been wanting to come out here for so long. What I would give to be able to have a look inside one. So you can see the great sliding doors where they'd have, I don't know, they would have drifted out of there. Held down by a bunch of people holding ropes to keep them at the right sort of level, but just off the ground. They'd wheel them out to there, attach them to the mooring mast, load them up with passengers and goods, and I suppose, I'm not sure if they'd fill the water up there for the ballast. Wow. Can you imagine the size of these things? The size of them. And just look at the doors. Look at the doors. Oh, I really hope this is coming out fairly bright or clear. There, just as a frame of reference, on the bottom of the left-hand door of this one, there's a shed. There's two sheds. That's probably the control sheds. Yeah, over there would have been the masts. There would have been brought out. You really don't get an impression of the size. And of course it went all blurry on me, didn't it? Oh my God. Those are the rails. The doors would run along. Those massive doors. Oh my Lord. Yeah, there's a fella. They've got explosion tests over there. Good grief. Yeah, well let's have a look at the bogies it'd run along on. The little trucks. And now let's look up. Oh my God. Okay, so wow, made it, seen it, got up close to it, had a look at its little wheelies and stuff. It's supposed to have been a bit sunnier today, but it ain't, as you can see. It's what we'd call overcast. I'm now going to go down that road and see if I can get a view across the field to them, across, I suppose, where the landing area would have been. Yeah. Now, I know that on this land there is still the remains of the hard standings from where the masts were. Whether it's on that green bit or on that yellowy bit, I do not know. But yeah, this is where the British Zeppelins were born and where they flew from. And where the R101 flew from on the fateful day that it would come down in bad weather and crash in northern France. It flew from, I think, the right hand shed. They do look pretty good. They've been lovingly restored and reused, which is great. Absolutely great. Right, now I'm going to find a pub, have a beer and then go home. Ta-ra.